Hey everybody, welcome back to the next podcast. Joining me today is Shane, the Bowler fella, for episode 11.
How are you?
How are you today?
I'm good, yeah. Had a bit of trouble finding the place, but sure, I got here in the end.
You did?
We did.
Everyone gets lost in life for a minute. Especially when they come out here anyways. Usually left running out finding whoever my guest is.
Yeah, you have to go out and rescue them.
Yeah.
And my missus actually, our dad only lives around the corner, so I should know the place, but
At least you're familiar.
I only go there for my Christmas dinner, then that's it, you know.
There's been one or two that wasn't really familiar and I'd be out looking for them, making sure they're alright. Making sure they still have their car.
That's it. Well, better be fucking there when I go out, anyways.
So this podcast is an interesting one because I actually know nothing about Shane either, as well as some of yours. Now, some of you obviously know a bit more than me, but
yeah, we went for the first time down the beach there, wasn't it? 2 weeks
shelters,
ago.
best place
down
to
with Jason.
Yeah.
Good little spot. Great
it was actually our voice. You were singing.
Don't start about the singing now.
He's a number one performer.
No. Karaoke, black belt and karaoke.
Teddy swims 2.0.
No, karaoke, I won't be fucking doing that again for a while now. As I said, out of the comfort zone stuff. So.
No, you are brilliant.
Thank you.
I was listening to him, I was like, he is amazing. You can hear the pain in his voice. His friend was like, get him on your podcast.
Well, actually, I remember the first time I heard that song. For anyone who's wondering what song it was Jelly Roll Save Me. And I remember I was listening to it in my car and it just fucking hit me like a ton of bricks, you know what I mean? It was like, it was kind of talking about my story and, you know, about how you feel in society, or even to the people close to you, feel like you're not good enough for them and stuff. So, yeah, it just hit me. So I do love that song. So that's probably why I give it socks.
Like, you sang it like you wrote it.
I wish I fucking did right. I'd have the money to go with it as well.
It's mad when something you just hear it and it just sparks.
Well, it's like, look, if we all connect to something, it's just kind of natural, do you know what I mean? So music has always been one of them things that...
Me and Silla were watching you from a distance and we were singing and we were dancing and we were like, isn't he brilliant?
Yeah, unreal.
You were deadly. You were.
Keep it to yourself.
It's all over social media already.
We actually didn't see it, so...
We never tagged your page, innit?
Did you not know?
Maybe we'll do a retag.
Good, I'm not asking you that.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about how you grew up and we'll get into a bit of background about you? Yeah,
well look, I'm from Tallet, don't hold it against me, you know what I mean, over here with the north siders, but yeah, grew up in Tallet, probably similar to, you know, what Cowlock is like, disadvantaged area. We didn't really have a lot. There was me, my mum, my dad, I had my brother and my sister, and we lived up in Cushland there. And like, to be honest, most of my memories from a child, they were reasonable, they were good memories, like, you know what I mean? We didn't have much, but to me, I was happy.
Back then, we all didn't have much, did we?
We didn't have much, but we were happy with what we had. I remember playing going around the fields of Ford, like it was overgrown, built. There was this little place called Vietnam, we used to call it as kids, and we go over catching all the frogs, and your man be tearing you by the fucking air off the street, they get in at a certain time, but we were all happy, do you know what I mean? Squatting on the back of trucks, just acting. The innocence. The innocence, acting the bollocks, fighting with your mates on the fucking street, just acting the maggot like.
Did you just play conkers?
Love conkers. Love conkers.
Wouldn't have a knuckle left.
I love going around. I love collecting fucking conkers, but the frogs was a bit more fun now for me. But yeah, no, look, it was alright, yeah, to a certain point. As I said, kids are kind of oblivious to what's kind of going on around them, you know. Once they're with their family and they're in that little area, they're kind of happy, you know. They don't need very much just attention and stuff. But I suppose, I remember, I think I was about 6, maybe 7. I think that was the first time I knew that my sister had something going on for her. She wasn't well, do you know what I mean? I didn't exactly know what it was, but she used to come and get picked up by a bus, and I always kind of remember going, what's going on there, you know? So I knew something wasn't right with her, and in and around that time, I suppose, my mum was struggling in herself to kind of cope with things, and you know, eventually we ended up kind of going into care and stuff, you know, me, my brother, and my sister. I just remember my mum bringing us to the Eastern Health Board up in Tallet, and she was like, you know, I can't take care of them anymore. And I remember that very vividly as a kid, you know what I mean? And I spoke to my mum recently about this, and she was going, jeez, I can't believe we remember that. But we've made amends for a lot of things.
It's very hard for
I love you, man. No matter what I say here, she's my man's salt of the earth. She's a lovely woman, but she had her hard times and she made wrong decisions, and you know, life goes on. But so we went into care anyways, and me and my sister and brother, we kind of lived together for a while, and then kind of got split up piece by piece. And from there on, it was kind of just a long road of kind of bad stuff happening in the care system. You know what I mean? Which is why we kind of use my voice a bit these days to bring about or try bring about a bit of change or understanding or acknowledgement for kids in care, because what I went through, and from what I've spoke to a lot of other people that went through, girls, you know, young mothers now, it's fucking horrendous. And you know, I don't mind reliving nothing through the other side of it now. But anyways, I lived in this particular house for 5 or 6 years.
Was this when you were with your brother and sister, or
No,
separated?
we've been kind of separated at this stage, so I was kind of going a bit off the rails, because it was bad enough kind of being shipped off away from your mother. You're all together in one place. I remember we moved to Arklow first, and I remember this family they wanted my sister out because she was as she got sicker, which was from Huntington's disease, which, you know, we can go into a bit more with it in a bit, but she would piss the bed basically, you know. So I just went on for a while, and they got rid of her. And I knew this, you know, in my head, even though I was a kid, I knew what was happening. So I got real fucking angry, you know what I mean? And then, so me and my brother started acting up together. Then we got kind of sent off to another place in Tala. And
we was kept together then?
We were kept together, yeah, for a little while. And then, so me and him used to be acting the ball. So now when you're like that, like, it's, you are all each other has, you know what I mean? So it was me and his little world together.
Get very protective of each other.
And I remember, because of that messing, like, a night time we go into bed and two was be messing, you know, taking the piss out of each other and killing each other or whatever. And so they got sick of that and wanted him gone out of the gaff. So after that, I just kind of...
Do you reckon some of the ones that you did come across in the past were only in it for the money, basically?
Oh, 100%. And I think there's a lot of people, I think if they are only in it for the money, I think they'll either come to realise very quickly that it's not that fucking easy. Yeah. And I think if you are going to be in it, you need to be very fucking well aware that these kids need a lot of love and a lot of understanding. And sometimes you're going to put in so much work and get very little reward. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because outside of these homes, like these kids, I know from my experience and from other people I talk to, you don't get nowhere near enough support. And when you're going through traumatic events, well, I didn't, which I'll tell you later on about. After I left that house, I went to another house. But so they split me and my brother up, and I just kind of went a bit mad. You know, I was at the lose me, and I was on my own, and I didn't feel like I kind of fitted into the house. And your woman, she was an older woman, but she 2 daughters.
You'd be having all them feelings of abandonment,
yeah,
betrayal.
But it made it worse. The daughters used to slag me ma, you know, because if my ma didn't come up to get me or something, I remember them saying to me, "Oh, your ma's only a fucking tramp and all this." And I'm only a kid, like, I would have only been 6.
I'd say if I wanted to kick in bedroom doors.
But it was just made me feel so isolated. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you a story, right? Now this is fucking funny as fuck.
Tell me everything.
So I remember doing this, right? And if this family's ever watching these, I'm gonna know what it was now. I remember in this gaff, right? To get me home back, I used to get down the stairs when no one was watching, and I'd piss on that carpet. And I'd done that for weeks, and I'm coming in, they were like, "What's that fucking smell in there?" And I'm only a kid, but I'm sitting there like that, you know what I mean? But that's what you used to do to get me home back. You might think I'm mad for doing that, but that was how I decided to deal with it.
You wouldn't see no mess, you wouldn't be blamed on nothing.
But I felt bad for your woman, because she was an older woman, and I genuinely think her heart was in it. She was probably a bit too old, but she remember her sitting down, and she sent me on her lap, and she was kind of crying to me, going, "You know, I don't know what's going on with you and this and that." And I didn't really care, because I still had that separation anxiety from my brother and sister. But I didn't tell her why her daughters and that were going on, do you know what I mean? Because I actually felt bad that she felt like it was her fault, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I thought that if I didn't play ball, I'd get shit back to me ma.
So imagine what's that like as that little tiny boy, and you're already having the understanding of them feelings. Like, he just wouldn't have had the verbal words to say it.
I suppose, look, the biggest thing was, like, as I said, remembering your mother, bringing you to somewhere to say, I can't deal with it. And I don't hold it against me, man, now, but as a child, that leaves a big impact in your brain. And then you're being put into environments where people, you know, they're not making you fucking feel like one of the family, so to speak. So anyway, so I was in that house, and then I ended up getting shipped off. And I'll tell you what happened, right? Because this is mad. I remember getting told I was going to McDonald's, and I ended up down in this other house.
Oh no!
And I was like, "What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing here? Like, you know what I mean?" And then started introducing me to this new family, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Do you know what I mean?
That's so wrong on so many levels.
And that was the start of probably the worst part of my life to date, you know, living in that house. And it's a story I've only started to come out and tell because I reached out for help. I told social workers, I told teachers, I told counsellors what was going on, and they all went behind me back and left me in that situation. So basically I was in a house.
Failed again.
I was failed again, and I was put into this house with someone, a couple I'm only going to describe. The man more so as fucking psychopath, you know what I mean? The two of them were alcoholics.
Yeah.
Worst place. Mental issues on his behalf more so. You know, he had slices down his arms and this and that, and they were alcoholics. And I've kind of got a bit of backlash from trying to tell this story from parts of the family. You know, close, and you know, people don't like the fucking truth, and they don't like stuff coming out. But as I said, being real doesn't get you liked in this world. Yeah, well, look, come here, it's my story. Yeah. And I feel like I have to put it out there for other kids to take something out. You're not speaking for only yourself, you're speaking for every other child that's going through this still to this day. Well, that's it. It's important that people know what's going on. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So this man had serious fucking anger issues, so he called him the boogie man. Do you know what I mean? But he used to batter me, you know, I'd be grounded all the time. Never put a hand on his own kids. Never put a hand on his own kids. You know, you'd have strict times you could eat. There was none of this snacking or that like that. And I used to go down and rob food out of the presses and all. And it got to the stage, then he'd be like putting markers on the packet of biscuits. And if someone else had took them and it wasn't me, they'd sit back and I'd get the fucking. And you were probably the breadwinner in that house. Probably more the money was being taken because you were living there. Yeah, possibly. Do you know what I mean? I remember that as well, like fucking getting shipped the pennies. Now, look, I love pennies, hon. It's fucking great, but I remember their kids would be getting the Nike runners and I'd be still in the fucking high-techs, you know what I mean? You're a teenager, that's it. Yeah, so as I got older, I was like, fuck these high-techs, where's my Nikes, you know what I mean? I start getting a bit wiser, like. Yeah. But, so yeah. So living in that house, there was a lot of baitings, and I shouldn't have been there in the first place. They shouldn't be allowed to have fucking animals as far as I'm concerned. What would you have been at that time in that house? We went to that house. I was in primary school at the time, so it would have been just before me communion. I think probably a year before me communion. Baby, yeah. And within that time, my sister was very unwell. She was living in a hospital at the time. For the remainder of her life, and so she was really sick. She ended up dying actually when I was living in that house. Very sorry to hear that. And yeah, so he just mentally, physically tortured me. Do you know what I mean? He used to leave me sitting in the room. Is he still alive now? Do you know? Yeah, still alive. His wife died. God rest her. I don't hold that against her. I think she might have been just as much of a victim as I was, because I remember one time. He actually started walking into school as a caretaker that I went to, so I had to deal with him in school as well. Oh Jesus! While he was walking in that school, right? Now just imagine this: he walked into the school, and I remember him coming into the class where I was, which he'd no right doing. Do you know what I mean? He should have been bleeding, sweeping the floors or doing whatever he had to do. But the type of man he was, he used to be going around the schoolyard like disciplining kids. And he'd been given out for it, you know what I mean? So you're the caretaker, this is not your fucking job. Yeah. But anyway, so he come into the class one day, and I had a pencil in me, and he goes, put that pencil down, and I defiantly was like, no, you know, fuck off, don't be tagging me in school. And in front of all my bleeding friends, you know. So he lost the bleeding rag and grabbed me by the throat in front of the whole school and dragged me out of fucking school by the neck. And I was off school for about 3 days after that because he just given me such a beating that he told me to tell his wife I fell down the stairs. You know what I mean? I was only a kid, but the whole class was crying and all. Do you know what I mean?
And did you lie for him? Like back then, did you tell the wife that you fell down the stairs?
I did. I think she knew. I didn't. I did say I fell downstairs because I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was fucking terrified. Like my whole childhood was spent living in fear in that gaff. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he used to set me on other kids in the yard and all. You know, make me if the kids were giving him stick. I remember one time this big huge young fella. His name was Brian, and like I'm a small bit bigger now, but I was a skinny little kid, and there was this fella. Brian, he was fucking huge. Like he's probably about that much taller than me, and he used to give this
like
outfit.
Debo probably.
Yeah, he used to give like one of them, and he used to give this outfit a stick, and he hated him. Do you know what I mean? But he got me to go over and smack him into the mouth and on the yard one of the days. It had me down his door.
Sounds very psychotic.
Nuts, absolutely nuts. I just remember he always said to me, "I'll fucking skin you alive." That was, imagine saying that to I'll skin you alive to a fucking kid, like. So then I ended up kind of starting to self-harm after my sister died because I just had enough. Like I spent years living in that realm, kind of. I was always in my own head, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was never in the present, which is why I think drugs came into it down the line because I had to create a world for myself
like an escape
that I could survive in. So the way I dealt with it was like this is the the naivety or the immature. I used to kind of imagine sitting there if I had a crystal ball and I'd be like, I wonder what my ma's doing now and stuff like that. And that's how I would try to distract myself, you know what I mean? Or I used to love poetry, believe it or not. So I was sitting around writing poetry all day, but constantly trying to escape in my own head, but living in fear every day, This fella used to have me playing with everyone talking too much, just telling me.
No, keep talking. That's what a podcast is about.
But so he used to have me playing, the little like toy set you'd get for Christmas with like the digger and the thing and the policeman and like sets like that. I remember me dad used to actually get me them for Christmas, God love him. And like I was getting a bit older now, so I had no interest in playing with this stuff. But he'd have me grounded all the time, so I'd be sitting upstairs, right, and he'd come up the stairs, and you'd have to have these laid out in a certain way, and he'd be like, if you couldn't explain what you were doing, like, so I'd have it all set up like a script, oh, this is doing that, and this is the way he'd be creeping up the stairs on his hands and knees, right, like that.
Waiting to catch it.
And, like, I'm not messing with you. Like, you imagine my head coming up over that table, like, that slow.
Yeah.
That's what you were up against, you know what I mean? And if he caught me, because what he used to do was, he wouldn't let me lie against the bed to rest me back. Because if you were sitting on the floor like that, your back would be in ribbons. I suffer with me back today, so I often wonder. But if you caught you with your back down, you get a fucking slap, you know what I mean? So we used to be hyper vigilant. If I heard a little sound, I was like that, that kind of way. And he used to always do that. Like, remember he had me sitting on the end of the bed one day from, let's say, about 9 o'clock in the morning till possibly 9 o'clock at night. You'd probably get down to have me dinner and that. But same thing, you'd have to sit on the end of the bed. Like, so this is torture. As far as I'm concerned, it's torture. Anyway, you had to have your back straight up, you know what I mean? Like that, as a child, a grown child, and like that, you'd be crawling up the stairs. And to this day now, if we hear like a little noise like that, we get fucking like a jump, you know what I mean? So this is
sounds like military style, doesn't it?
He was in the army.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
He was in the army, like, but not
like a boot camp.
Like, a lot of people came out after I mentioned stuff like this and says, oh, we all knew he was like that, but we didn't know he was that bad. And look, I'm not holding it against anyone. It's not up to anyone to sort my life out, but if you see a child in distress, you have to fucking say something or do something, like.
100%.
Like, I had a lovely teacher in that school, Miss Watchon. She was the nicest fucking teacher, to be honest. She was mad, but she was nice. Like, I just remember, actually, off topic, if she used to eat chocolate, she'd be drunk. There was whatever thing it is with you. And she forgot one day and had a bit of a chocolate muffin in the class. She had to go home because she was fucking pissed.
I wonder were they different chocolate muffins she was eating.
I don't know. I should have had one that day. But So that time I got ripped out of class by the throat. She came in just at the end of it, and she was like a rabbit in
She
the
catch you
headlights.
kind of at the end of it.
She didn't know what to do. She was like a rabbit in the headlights. And I remember she just said to me after, Shane, I'm so sorry. I'll never let that happen to you again. But this was a school. That should have been reported, you know what I mean? But I found out actually afterwards she went on to foster the kid. And the often wonder, is that because she felt bad? You know what I mean? Maybe not. But
I'd say it touched the part of her heart, all right.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, so that was kind of what I had to put up with in that gaff. And there's probably so much more that I don't remember. Do you know what I mean? As I said, I'm still doing a lot of work. This year I'll be going to do, trauma specific counselling. I'm in the Red Door project in Drogheda, which is a day program for people suffering with addiction or single mothers or people homeless or whatever. And I work as well, but I had to go there to give myself the time for myself to kind of recover. Like
it's amazing you can remember all this, because a lot of people block it out due to trauma.
Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't go into just yet because I just don't feel ready. You know what I mean?
Save that for the next podcast.
Yeah, but I just feel it has to be done because I've seen so many people. Right, it's like, we have a crisis going on in the country with refugees and stuff. I'm not going to go too much into that, but what annoyed me was there was a lot of people went nuts when that poor girl got abused. You know, that young girl. And it was all the refugees, this and that. But where are all them people now? Because these kids, and the people I've talked, they're getting abused every day of the fucking week. And there's no one standing up for them. They're using them as a headline. Yeah, they're using them as a headline. And then it's just forgotten about. So I just feel like I have to kind of say something and use my experience to hopefully reach some of them. Because I have had people reach out to me saying that they've been through similar, and fair play for doing it. But obviously, they're just not in a place to do it themselves, that way.
It's good that they know that someone that can relate to them. So do you have many people reaching out, like to chat to and that?
Yeah, I'd have a lot of people,
And I'm sure you love it, but I'd say it drains you too, does it?
It can be heavy, like, because I'm not qualified to, like, do you know what I mean? I can only give my experience, but I'm not qualified in dealing with that sort of stuff. But I do have compassion, and I'm a very empathetic person, so I do try my best to kind of be there for people, or even drop them a message or reply to them. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes even just replying to them to make them feel that you're not, which can be hard because it's hard to fucking catch everybody, yourself.
And then all the messages flooding in, probably all at once.
Yeah, well, this is it, you know what I mean? Because there's just society is mad nowadays. Like, it's fucked very, it's a lot on the head, and I even think for kids, it's hard for kids these days to kind of be their own person. I think there's a lot of dog going around dressed the same, and this does not. Remember, like back in the days, everyone tried to be different. You had your own individuality. Now it's like fucking black hoodies, black trousers, a fucking e-scooter, and you're just
all mad
with the lads. Now look, that's what they're used to, but I just think it's a different generation altogether now, isn't it?
Life has just changed.
Yeah, but look, other than that, life is
but still the same fucking things being happens, like a merry-go-round in Ireland. Like the things you're talking about is still happening in 2026.
And I find that hard when because I spent a lot of time trying to forget about these things, but like, you can't forget. You'll have nightmares for years. At the odd time I still have nightmares. I'm much better now. So I even used to be afraid of the dark, because remember I was left up and around with the dark and there was something flying around. I was terrified. Ever since that, I was kind of afraid of the dark, even as like a fucking big 30-year-old man,
Yeah. It's not exactly the dark, it's that feeling, that moment.
Being alone and afraid. Yeah, being alone and afraid, you know what I mean? And you were on your own. Because even when my sister died, I remember your mum was like, would be crying upstairs, and he's got, there's the fucking banshee off again. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
there's no compassion.
That's when I kind of start self-harming. And oh yeah, I forgot this part, because this is actually important. I was brought to a counsellor, and the counsellor told these people in that house that I was suicidal at that age. I was probably fucking 11 or 12, and they took me straight out because they didn't want to obviously get him back
on their plea.
Yeah, because they were told, I was told afterwards, the counsellor went and told them that I said that I was being abused in the house, you know what I mean? So it's important to highlight them things because this is what kids are fucking facing every day.
And it takes an awful lot for a child to speak out about them things without the trust being broken and
there's a lot of fucking red tape. You know what I mean? Even families aren't allowed to speak out now. They're being hit with fucking court things and all. So you can't speak about this. It's fucking my life. I'll speak whatever the fuck I want. You know
this is your story.
So it's just mad the power these cunts think they have.
And it's like the person who always commits like these absolute horrendous things, they're the ones being protected.
But the thing is, it's important for anyone out there going through that, you know, especially when you're coming to a stage of leaving care or whatever it is, that it's the mentality you take with you. Like, I wasted 20 years trying to escape through drugs, selling drugs, whatever, you know, just trying to make money, all of this sort of stuff that didn't have any meaning.
What was the first drug you ever started taking?
Ecstasy.
Yeah. It was rampant back then, wasn't it?
Fucking best thing ever.
I think it was even my own
I remember the first time ever I took, and it was like it just filled a hole in my heart. A love that was never there, do you know what I mean? And whoever you're with, you feel apart.
And it lasted that long that you got a good long escape out.
But what happened was, the longer I done it, the friends I built up over the years, they were all based around drugs. So I mean, it's like nearly starting from scratch, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm trying to get the fucking message across, that these friends that you have while you're taking drugs, and it's all great at the time and you all have each other, but you're going to grow up.
Yeah.
And when you do grow up, people are going to go about their life and do their own fucking thing.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be when that happens? You know what I mean? But you don't have to waste 20 fucking years like I did.
To figure it out.
You know? But the kids coming out of care, they're overrepresented in prisons, overrepresented in suicide and addiction. So someone has to fucking speak out for them. Do you know what I mean? Because they are on their own in a lot of ways. And they're the people, you know, we're a great country for helping outside of Ireland. But when it comes to our own, and these people you see in the streets, or, you know, people look down on them, they're the kids, a lot of them, that were failed by the system.
Yeah.
And how was that their fault? You know what I mean? And they get no support, so...
Even a lot of the people that's like, even when people be like, I'm not giving them money, I know where it's going to go. There's a reason they're on the ground like that and looking for money to get what they're getting. And
that's why, you know, it's important to kind of tell the story. And I kind of get a bit conscious because I'm like, don't be coming in, the poor maze, but it's really not about me.
No, well, I think for you, from looking at you, you're taking yourself so far from where you were landed in. You didn't decide to be in that situation. That was something that was put on you as a child. And now here you are, a grown man, after getting yourself leaps and bounds from where you're after coming from.
Well, that's it. It can happen.
You're on telling your man how much you love her. Do you know what I mean?
Well, look,
like, that's lovely to see.
But the only way that happened, look, I'm a big believer in people taking accountability. And me and my mother have had conversations. And for years, me and my mom's relationship was...
I could imagine.
I could go as far as saying I hate her, you know what I mean? And that's a very strong word. Obviously, hurt people.
Yeah.
And that's what she was doing. But my opinion was, well, you're not helping me. Do you know
when
what I mean?
You're so small and all that anger in your body.
Yeah, so I had to work really hard to kind of mend that relationship. And my mom's not well now at the moment. So kind of, it's very hard kind of doing what I'm doing and then trying to like support her as well, because it's kind of like it brings up a lot of stuff and you can still harbour resentments, and I still work on that stuff all the time. But I think it's important for yourself. You know, you can't carry that stuff with you, because they say it's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to fucking die. You know, that way. But
only sabotage.
Forgiveness is a big thing. I think it's a hard thing, but it's important, I think, for people who are trying to heal themselves. You know, so, but look, today I have a relationship with my ma. The madness is over, and I realised I'm in the driver's seat. I can't fucking blame anyone else anymore. You know, I can't play that blame game. I've watched people in my family do it.
Yeah.
You know, all the poor me's, but they be fucking still down.
Yeah, still going around the circle.
You know what I'm talking about, on the back of it, to keep them locked into that life. And I'm like, no, we don't want to be one of them people. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I want to just kind of say it as it is and give a bit of hope to the next generation.
I love anybody that can sit and just say things as they are. Do you know what I mean? I know obviously there's certain things you're not ready to say or you don't want to get into, but even everything you have.
Yeah, well, I think mainly I was speaking about kind of the care thing. Like, life is a complex thing for all of us. We all have our skeletons, and some stuff it's time to deal with and some stuff it's not.
Yeah.
But it's like that, it's a journey, and everybody's fucking journey is different. which is what I said before. When you're in recovery, this word recovery, people look at it in a way as if it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking have to be perfect, because what you're recovering from is different to what the next person's come from. What support they have is different from the support. Everybody's individual.
Yeah.
So there's not one way. As long as you're working on yourself and whatever you've learned, if you don't forget it and use it the next time and learn from your mistakes, I think you are in recovery. Do you know what I mean? Because my recovery has not been perfect, but I'm doing it 100 times better than I was. So I'm happy with me today.
And empowering a lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm trying my best. I do think
your videos are amazing.
we still get a bit like people that put like the odd people that pull it and they be like, guys, I like your videos or everything. I always turn around and go, yeah, I'm good at talking shit. I'm like, because it's that kind of, I can't take
the Irish.
Yeah, I can't take the praise, you know what I mean?
Can't take a compliment.
Yeah.
But as well, how you grew up, like, you're probably never given an awful lot of praise. You're probably constantly dictated to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just it's a mad life being in care.
So when people are genuinely telling you how amazing you are, do you even believe that?
Look, it's like, yeah, but it's like that, you know, people going, you need to love yourself. So you say, fuck off, would you?
I know, I roll my eyes at
we don't need to do anything, I'll just survive for today and that'll be it, you know what I mean? But there is kind of a truth to it. Being able to go around, hold your head up and not feel like you're less than everyone else in the round. Because that's how we used to go around, our head looking down on the ground all the time. And it was a fucking sad existence, you know what I mean? And I feel bad for anyone locked into that. But
if you could look back and tell your younger self something a little bit, if you could go back to that little boy and he was in front of you, what would you say or what would you do? Would you give him a big hug?
I would, yeah. I'd just say, you know, I have it.
We're going to get there.
That's what I have. I painted a picture in the course in the red door, and it was like that inner child stuff, and it's a picture of me, and then there's a silhouette of a kid, and I'm holding the hand, and it's like taking that younger self out, and like one side is dark and one side's bright, and it's like take them out because it's an inside job.
Definitely.
I think a lot of people are waiting to be rescued.
Yeah.
And there's no one fucking coming. I'm sorry to tell you, but there's
no
one coming.
Watching Disney. There's no one coming on a horse.
There's no fucking fairy tale endings. Like, it starts here.
Yeah.
I'm an awful fidgeter. I'll be fucking have your table rigged. But it does. It starts in the head. It did for me anyways. You know, it's retraining the brain. Stop thinking fucking negative all the time. And give yourself a bleeding break, you know what I mean?
So now in your life, you obviously have good support.
We have good support. Do you know what? I don't need as much as what I thought I did. When you're in a bad place, you feel like you want the world, you want all this. But when you're okay with yourself, you don't need a lot.
Misery loves company, they say.
Yeah, but what you do want is you want genuine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And genuine can be a hard thing to find these days. But I have myself, I have a good relationship with myself now, and that's something I just plan to continue working on. And just waiting to get me new hair now.
Yeah, so Shane's getting a new hair job.
New hair job, yeah. Something I've been talking about on my TikTok. There's a lot of people interested. I'd say there's a lot of blokes out there kind of, I wonder would I get away with that?
Fill them in.
Because it's a big, what do you think?
I think it's deadly.
No, but what do you think of male balding, Steve? Would you see it as like something that men should worry about, or would it be something that...
No, well, I think some men can pull it off.
Yeah, well, I can see the thing is, I think I could pull it off without it, but I still had that. Look, if I looked at a picture, you can see that shiny down.
Look, everyone has something that just feels self-conscious.
That's
at
fucking
like you're a big fella.
I'm like a bleeding monk.
And you have a big enough head. Imagine if you had a little pea.
Yeah, but look, it goes up like that. I'm like, I'm not the fire star. I am the fire star. But so I'm actually going to clear this up because I think a lot of people thought I was getting, the
hair transplant.
Hair transplant. But it's not. It's called a hair replacement system.
Oh, very snazzy.
So
from Jobstown.
It's non-invasive, so it's basically like the old toothpaste, but 100 times kind of better. Do you know what I mean?
It's like the way the girls we get a weft or a weave. It's kind of like that for a man.
I haven't got a clue what a weft is now, but I know what a weave is.
Girls
What's a weft?
Yeah, girls know. It's kind of like stitched into your hair.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering what the fuck. But so it's like the old kind of toothpaste, but have you seen how it's done?
Yeah.
Where they kind of, so I have to grow out the side of my hair. I know it looks like a bleeding briar's bush now, but what they do is then, when you grow that out, they put that on and then they blend it all into it.
Very good.
So that's been the hardest part. I've had to grow this out now for 4 months, and it's killed me.
It's wrecking your head.
It's fucking killed me. Like, if I go out the gaffer without the hat, I'm like, where's me fucking
Who's looking
hat?
after you for this? Who's looking after you?
Dublin Hair Pros. Shout out to Dublin Hair Pros.
Give them a follow.
Yeah, give them a follow. He reached out to me, and he's looking after me. So I'm going in there on the 5th of February.
Oh.
And we send just now. You'll see.
We'll be down the shelters, won't we, Priscilla?
Yeah, so...
See us here blowing in the wind.
So yeah, so look, it's just one of them things, and I think that there's a lot of blokes that are kind of a bit embarrassed, you know what I mean? Because in case someone says, "Why'd you get your hair transplant?"
A lot of men hide it, and then the more you're hiding it then as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but why is it okay for a hair transplant and not to do that? If you're not into the invasive end of things, and I've heard horror stories about them, didn't work and all. So if you're not into that and there's another option and it looks perfect,
why not?
What is the problem? It's like it's still about, are you wearing a wig? It's like, come on, we've come past that now. Do you know what I mean? And I've noticed online it's starting to trend a little bit.
Shane, that clipping in their fucking teeth and taking them out.
That
was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard of. If you can do that, you can do fucking anything.
But here, like, if girls can do it, if say anyone who's gay, if it's okay for them to do it, we can't fucking men do something.
I love the thought of men like not like worrying about what other people think. If you want to do something, you fucking do it.
So that's exactly what I'm doing. I said I can pull off a bald head of an eater, but there is people out there who.
What's your wife think about you getting it?
Honestly, at the first, she was like, "Nah, fuck that." I kind of had a little bit. I was kind of like, "Well, it's not about you. It's fucking me." Do you know what I mean? But she kind of came around.
Does she like you bald?
She does like me bald, yeah. But like when I first shaved my head, I had hair at the start, like when I first met her.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "No, you're not shaving your fucking head." But then after a few months, she was like, she liked the song. Like,
it grows on you.
Like, you're gonna love it.
Pulling me around by the hair.
So, yeah, well, this hopefully. But yeah, so she's been supportive. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it now. I have to say.
What age were you when you met her? You said she's from here, baby.
I was 19.
Was that great?
We met on Friends on Bebo.
Stop it.
Yeah, Bebo.
Yeah, so you can meet the love of your life online.
Should have deleted it a long time ago.
Wouldn't be the man he is today.
No, the internet's not all bad, and it's not. Like, the internet can be damaging to young people, this, that, and the other. But I think it's a great way to spread a positive message. There's a lot of good can come from it. It's like, as I said to people, like anyone who's sharing a good message or whatever, you know, there's people do a lot of mindless scrolling and stuff like that. Stuff that's not really. Doesn't help you out in any way.
You're scrolling through brain rot.
Kids are like that, you know. Just so I think it's important to kind of support people who are giving a good message, so that's the stuff then that's being pushed out onto your kids.
I love when you're scrolling through and you could be scrolling through loads and then someone stops you in your tracks, and that's like the likes of yourself, Jason Bourne, and all the motivational videos. Like they make you stop and think.
Yeah, that's what people can wait for more than 2 seconds.
Yeah,
you know, nowadays it's like that. It's kind of people and. They haven't got the fucking patience.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I struggle with trying to do social media and all that. I'm kind of just a one-shot wonder and that's it. And I'm not looking too much into it, you know, that way.
I was watching one of your videos and you were saying, like, at the start, so obviously at the start of your mixing and getting on social media or whatever, you wouldn't have had the balls to do a video or you wouldn't really talk to people, would you?
No, the first day, no, I wouldn't. I'd have always had a mask on, you know what I mean? I would have always trying to leave me alone, you know, that way. But there's probably just a hard little boy inside, and that's how I was kind of walking around, you know, living in fear in the world. But
did you find you used to be in pain when you were living like that? Like
yeah, I did. My whole body, I always used to feel like I had like a dull ache around the heart kind of thing, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of people that come here, that's what we all have in common, like they all speak of the physical pain your body is in.
And that's it, there's a lot of work to be done to undo it. Like I'd have PTSD and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a bit of depression, which I'm not ashamed of. You can't go through stuff in life and not. You can't walk out unscathed. Do you know what I mean? And some people never make it out, unfortunately. But I'm one of the lucky ones, and I'm here to do the blame work.
And look at you walking out, running out, swimming out.
Doing my fucking best.
And you fucking way.
And there's days I don't feel like downblading nothing, and I get that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like. I'd be thinking, like, you know, some people like fuck off your blame positivity, like, do you know what I mean? There's nothing worse than sometimes if someone's going, just do this or do that.
And if you're feeling in the
you're like, fuck off, do you know what I mean? So that's why with my page, I kind of try and mix it up with a bit of funny stuff as well, because I'm like, people have enough shit going on. So you don't want to just be draining the fucking life out of people with serious stuff all the time, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the crack anyways.
Like, of everything you're after going through and you're still
Did I
worrying
shut
about how
Did I shut
somebody
up
else...
there, or did I just keep talking for the
You
last...
don't even have to breathe. He is like a fish. He spends too much time Palm Atlantic Beach.
I have to go to work as well, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Going straight to work after here? Busy fucking man.
Has to be done.
Good play to you.
Has to be done. No, you're not going to fucking do it for me, yeah?
No,
Exactly.
definitely not. What do you do?
Drive trucks.
Oh, Jesus, no. Imagine.
Off of the Belfast, but no, yeah, so that's me in kind of a nutshell.
So what's next for you? What is next?
Do you know what? Last year I think I put a lot of pressure on myself and it didn't do me any good. So this year what I've decided was I'm just gonna keep everything simple. And the year's actually got off to a really fucking good start without me having to fucking do anything or worry about anything. So I'm kind of just
slow now.
Yeah, but now I'm kind of just putting my faith in the universe and just saying, look, whatever's gonna be will be. Do you know what I mean? But obviously I'd like to get involved in some way, giving back. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm doing my bit and people get a lot from it, but yeah, I'd just like to be involved in stuff in that area and make a difference.
I think it'd be great chatting to young people
So
who are in the care system.
Yeah, the other answer is I don't fucking know.
Let's see who jumps in his DMs.
People put a lot of pressure on them, you know, coming into, like, you see a lot of people come into recovery and they want to take over the world, you know, I'm going to do this and do that. And that's very fucking tiring. You have to be ready for it all. Do you know what I mean? And I was neglecting stuff that I really needed to be paying attention to. So this year I've kind of fucking slowed it all down. And
I'm even guilty of that. I keep myself that busy that I don't have to focus what's in front of my face, you know, the real issue in my life.
And it's kind of living in the day. I was always 10 miles of bleeding head, like, do you know what I mean? And it's working for me so far anyways. But
Have you found you're less anxious the more you're trying to live in the present instead of thinking 10 steps ahead? Definitely,
yeah. And I have a lot of support. Like, I have my key up, I have all that up in the Red Dot. It's a really good organisation, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to be
How does anybody reach out to get in touch if they do need help?
Well, look, it's you can always look online, or there's kind of meetings in you get to know people and they'll talk to you. But
is the Red Door only for people of the Tallaght community, or is
well, it's actually up in Drogheda, believe it or not, because I live in Bettystown, so it's in Drogheda town.
Good.
So that's a bleeding great spot. Like, I couldn't.
How long are you living in Bettystown?
5 years now.
Love it down there?
It's fucking full of Northsiders.
To see everyone, every taxi man I'm talking to is living there now.
I'm the only bleeding Southsider. I met one other Southsider and the cunt's locked in my cupboard. There's no bleeding. Everyone's from the North Side, Coolock, all the Tallaght heads and all, they all go out to bleed in Kildare and that. So I'm a fish out of water out there, but it's mad. I've got to know so many people, and you walk through the town and people they'll have a little buzz off you, because they know me from seeing the videos. And do you know what? I really appreciate that, because it makes me feel at home for the first time in my life. I've moved around that much. That's my phone, sorry. I've moved around so much in my life that I was always expecting to be uplifted and gone again. So this is like the second longest place I've ever lived. The first longest place was that Kip. Yeah. So this is where I get to. This is
like the army barracks, that gaff.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I just feel so grateful at the moment to have that. Do you know, to actually have me home and
I love that for you.
Have me community, like,
that's all anyone can want.
I never felt like I had it. You know, I always felt it, but now I get to stake my own claim on life. So I'm delighted.
I'm fucking delighted for you, and you deserve it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Deserve all the luck in your future as well.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll see what happens. As I said, just don't take anything too seriously, isn't it? Like,
right, when I count to 3, you start singing, right?
No. Back off. It's not happening.
If you just want to see Shane sing, get your arses down to the fucking shelters. It's the only way I'm going to see him.
Maybe. 5 ahead.
Maybe you'll do it on a live one night.
I will. I do love singing.
Go live on your TikTok and we'll all tune in.
I actually wrote a song or two with a friend of mine there a few months back, and it was all based kind of around the recovery and stuff.
Has this been released?
No, well, there's a little snippets of it on my page.
Right, so I'll be checking that out.
So you never know. But look, man.
Maybe a little YouTube channel in the future, what?
No, well, I'm planning on doing a few more lives and this and that, you know, get people in for a chat, just go with the flow. But look, as I said, I'm just taking everything at its own pace. You know,
don't hide your voice. You can sing.
Definitely not.
Don't pack that way.
You are blessed with that voice.
Yeah, well, look, it's a confidence thing. Like, it's the thing about singing is, right, if you're good at singing, it's great, but the other half
The
is...
song has to kind of mean something to you.
Yeah, but not just that, but the other half is the performance.
Yeah.
So that it's 50 feet. You can fucking have a great voice, but if you don't connect with people, you're fucked.
I think the right people will connect with you anyway.
So
they'll feel it.
Like, I'm still getting there, do you know what I mean? With my confidence and stuff, like, I still get a bit anxious in situations and that, but I hide it well. So
do I. When we put press play and started this, I was
that's why I haven't shut the fuck up the whole time. It's just
which our nerves,
nervous energy, yeah.
I had to slow myself down and stop interrupting me, guess, because I found myself I'd start keeping kind of butting in when I wasn't supposed to. So the more I'm watching it back and getting more self-aware of myself.
Yeah, well, that's it as well. It's learning to listen as well, isn't it?
This is it.
You know, especially if I fucking couldn't listen to anyone for a long time.
Believe it or not, even listening to other people's stories, even if it's not something that I'll take always something from it. Like, I'll even learn from it. You know what I mean?
Podcasts have a really important part to play. You know, real people and real stories. You know, because a lot of people they don't fucking trust the media.
This is it.
You can't.
Podcast is the next best thing to mainstream media, but only for you can show the highs and the lows. You're not held to hide as much. It's
raw and it's not filtered.
Yeah.
You know, the media just show you what they want to see, but if it's damaging to them, but you're getting to show real stories in real fucking time, and it's people like me and you that people can connect it. You know what I mean? Because it's our communities it's affecting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's our communities that suffer. It's not if you know. I'm not
underfunded, ran down, underrepresented fucking areas.
Yeah, do you know. So
the same kids being failed.
But you know, look, we're here. We're trying to better ourselves and achieve something in our lives and give people a fucking voice.
This is it.
Because that's what you're doing. You're giving people a voice and a platform to speak on. And I'm using my voice for the kids. That
I found how much this helped me out when I started speaking on the podcast. Like when I first started ages ago in season 1, and I felt how much it was like it was good getting stuff off your chest and being able to talk out.
Yeah, but it's also good to give people a place to do that.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm like even more fulfilled now, giving someone else.
Do you know what I mean? Now you want to learn how to make a good cup of fucking tea, but other than that, you know.
Fucking 3 tea bags he put in.
I'm only messing. It was a lovely cup of tea.
I got your jellies now. Do you want a fizzy jelly? You look like you like a fizzy jelly.
But yeah, no, look, as we say to people, don't ever. Would you get them jellies?
Nice Sunday. I got you a bag. Bring them down.
Actually, you keep talking now and enjoy this jelly. But no, I think people should believe in themselves, because I think when you grow up in underprivileged areas, you know yourself, the families where their mothers, their fathers, their aunties, their uncles, everyone's on the scratcher, which is grand. Look, if you need to be, you need to be, but it can become passed down the fucking line. Yeah. And it's like it's nearly just a pathway for you. And if you want to make a little side earning, I've done it, you know what I mean? But it'll only get you so bleeding far.
In certain areas, that's the easiest opportunity for the young
And it is, that's the problem, it is the easiest.
Yeah.
And the opportunities aren't there, but I do think as well.
It's an awful lot to be said about where the funding is going, because on paper, our areas get an awful lot of funding. But if we want to chase that and see whereabouts
it actually goes.
It's actually not. Yeah. It's not adding up the maths. Doesn't be mathing.
But as well, it's empowering. It's empowering young people to kind of step outside of their own and not just be, you know, robot.
Product of your environment.
Get out and fucking, you know, claim your stake on the work.
Believe in yourself.
So I used to always think, like, who the fuck would want to listen to me? You know, I felt that small about myself, like I was nothing. I was like, why wouldn't anyone want that? I deserve to be heard as much as anybody.
One of my favourites that I like seeing on TikTok, I have my little group, you know, my little favourites that I like. I enjoy their videos.
I appreciate that.
And you're up there in one of them. Like even Priscilla, she can't stand a lot of people on videos. She doesn't like all that. But she loves your own videos. She's be reposted. She's be like, that resonated, this resonated. And it does with an awful lot of people.
But look, I think the best thing you can do in life is just be honest, isn't it?
Yeah, be real.
You know, but you don't have to go around fucking reliving your past or being fucking moody cunt or, you know, some people thrive on that and they live on that, and that's why it keeps them where they are.
Yeah.
You know, as I say, my uncle sent me a thing one time and you know, like a YouTube video on it. It was a man talking and he said, everything you've been through in life has led you to this point. It's not been
an accident.
It's not been an accident. Your story is your power.
Yeah. And
that's one thing we didn't touch on with the Huntington's disease, which I lost my family to. I had a 50-50 chance of having it. And I was lucky enough that I didn't have it, you know what I mean? So I promised myself that would do the best with my life for them, and I wasn't going to use their deaths or their memories to fuck my life
As a
up.
cop,
Because
good
I think that is the worst way you could fucking remember somebody as
You wouldn't want that
use
for
their
your
deaths to fucking destroy yourself.
Yeah.
It can
in
destroy
their
it
name.
for a while.
Yeah, no, that's
You know?
but some people they
Yeah,
live
some
in it,
people
you know,
stay there.
and that victim mentality can follow you around for a long. You're nearly looking at things, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's
The longer you're in it, you can be strangled by it then.
yeah, just fucking take the bleeding reins of your brain. Don't be in autopilot the whole time, because you do have control. Even when you feel like you don't, you do. Your decisions are your own.
And this is the sort of talk that everyone has, like when they're going down the shelters, and people don't know if you don't go down. Everyone is chanting positivity into each other.
Yeah, they slag the bollocks out of you
As
now, but
if you can't have a laugh now, don't bother going.
if you don't know how to slag, you'll be a pro when you come back from that place anyways.
This is
but,
it.
you know, there's lovely people in the fucking world, and people don't talk to each other anymore.
And there's no one that can't be helped out there.
No, that's what
You
I
just
say.
need to want it.
There's no such thing as a fucking hopeless case. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the bleeding crack. So,
Did you ever, I didn't want to really ask, but did you ever go on to have your own children?
no.
Would you
No.
like to? Or
I would like that. It's
Yeah.
something I've been trying to do for a long time, and you know, I've had a few miscarriages, and
So
it hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean? So that's kind of it's just one of them things that time will bleeding come. I'm just throwing fate out into the universe, you know. But I think it'll be a good dad.
I think it'll be a brilliant
because
dad.
like I love me mates' kids and all, and it's just one of them. I have me 2 dogs, me 2 pig bulls, you know what I mean?
They are babies.
They're my babies for now. So, but I'll get there someday.
You
I
will
have hope.
definitely.
You know, I really,
Never
really
give
do.
up hope.
Never fucking give up.
You learned that. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell everybody before we go?
I just want to thank yourself for having me on.
I want to thank you for
First
speaking
of all,
out.
well, I haven't shut the fuck up.
Wouldn't have a podcast without
exactly,
yours.
yeah. And shut up for the last 45 minutes.
Fucking great.
But, yeah, I just want to say to people, look, if anyone's watching this now, to reach out, ask for fucking help. You're not on your own, and you don't have to be like anyone else around your family, friends. You know, you can step outside the comfort zone, find your people, and find what you're meant to do in this work. It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people just settle for this, what it is, or a dead end job that they don't like or something. If it doesn't feel right, start looking outside the box, and that's where my brain goes now. It's like, well, it's not just for everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, you can have something too. Yeah, but you have to believe in yourself. So just
have to really believe that you're worthy of it.
Yeah,
everybody
that's a hard thing to do, though, isn't it? There's the fucking phone again. Because
hopping, it's phone hopping.
Because it's like that, what you call it, imposter syndrome, and that, you know what I mean? You go into place and you're telling yourself, oh, I'm not like, fucking get the fuck in there and own
feel like you're not good enough.
Yeah,
to
make
be
them
around
your bitch.
People and all,
No, fuck it, get out there and enjoy your life. We're here for a short time.
Yeah.
So especially the kids need that message nowadays. I think they're getting fed so much shit on social media. It's no wonder they don't know what the fuck.
A load of bullshit. Yeah. People all living the fucking dream, sharing their highs and not their lows.
And help people around you as well. You know, help other fucking people.
If you see anyone struggling, just reach out.
It's a fantastic feeling, you know what I mean?
And if there is anyone struggling, you don't have to be in like recovery or suffering with an addiction. We're all suffering from something. We're all trying to heal from something, whether it be our past, our present, anything. Drop down the shelters, drop down, meet new people. Just find your people who will understand you. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Don't be a prisoner in your own fucking brain.
Definitely not.
It's a fucking lonely place.
Scary place to be as well.
Yeah.
The mind can snap.
Can't live up there 24/7. It's just, I've done it. It's a dark place.
And the crack is fucking 90 down there.
Absolutely. But other than that, I'm just delighted to have been on.
Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm glad I met Shane down the shelters. Me, the best people down there.
Yeah, well, you'll be down again anyways.
Always.
I think they're all off.
Still nearly lives down there.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get a fucking fishing net and rescue.
They just miss out on the hike today now because of me.
Yeah. No, I was smarter than the 2 and 8. I was ready for you.
It's alright, Jay. This is more important, bud. You know what I mean?
We're giving you a shout out.
So yeah, no, I'll see you up if you're up there next week. Sure, I'll see you up there.
We sure will be. We do the yoga with Shani.
But you know what? That's an important thing to know. You know, you have to know when you don't push yourself outside. But we all feel like we have to do all of this. Fucking know when to relax and just do what you need to do for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I miss the Wednesdays.
It's all just about priorities, isn't it? Just giving yourself that time to do it all.
Self-care, self-love. That's what it's all about.
Right, so thank you everybody for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast, and I hope Shane empowered us all and motivated as way motivates us on the daily.
Yeah, but look, just believe in yourselves. It's a battle every day for me, but
if you haven't got him on TikTok, go over and follow him. You'll find him on the Bowler Fella. What will you find on Instagram?
Life Back. Take Life Back is the page for anyone who's just looking for a bit of motivation. I'm just a normal person like everybody else trying to find me way in the fucking world. I don't have all the answers, but I will get up every day and get after it. So that's all that matters.
He's not giving up.
If I can do it, you can fucking do it.
No. Take it out of that.
Bye now.
Bye. Thank you to the Ball Griffin as always, and thank you to everybody. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep sharing Shane's story. Thank you.
Have a good day.